Now, let's talk about this guy. And again, like Albert Pujols, we're going to get sick of talking about him, but I don't care because I love the storyline. Aaron Judge is making history. He has tied Babe Ruth for 60 home runs in a season. He is now one away from tying Roger Maris, and he's got a great opportunity at home against the Boston Red Sox this weekend to do so. And that puts him on pace to actually set the American League record for home runs. I say American League because we know that the National League record is 73, set by Barry Bonds. Regardless of whether you want to accept that or not, that is the number. But what is getting lost in all of this home run talk, and what is getting lost in everything that is going on around baseball, Albert Pujols and playoff chases and all of these different things, is the fact that Aaron Judge has hit 60 home runs, but he also potentially could win a triple crown. I understand that there is a huge debate between him and Shohei Ohtani for MVP. Yes, Ohtani is very valuable, and he is a unicorn by nature in the fact that he can throw the ball 100 miles per hour, hit the ball 450 feet. He's got over 30 home runs. He's got over 10 wins. Like, I get it, right? There's a ton of value in that. But if Aaron Judge doesn't win MVP this season, and it goes to Shohei Ohtani, then nobody is going to win MVP over Shohei Ohtani until he retires because of how valuable he is. And listen, value can be measured in a bunch of different ways, but don't we think that the value of Aaron Judge on a contender is a little bit better than the value of Ohtani on a cellar-dwelling Angels team? I would think so. I would think that it is. And so if I had an MVP vote, which I don't, but if I did, it would go to Aaron Judge because of the fact that this guy, he's raking in a contract year. Listen, we know that before the season he was offered 7 years, $213 million extension from the Yankees, but he bet on himself. Now, I was reading an article on Fangraphs that was talking about, is he really a $300 million player? And the Zips projections don't really favor him that well as far as his age goes. He's going to be 31 when the season starts next season. So the most value you're going to get for Aaron Judge is going to be somewhere in the 5-year range as far as the contract goes. Maybe around $270, $280 million is what the article suggested. But that could be money well spent, specifically when you're talking about a guy who has walked in 15.6% of his plate appearances this year. He struck out in 25%, but he's hitting .316 with a .419 on base and a .703 slugging. He's got a 210 weighted runs created, and he's a 10.5 WAR player. He leads the American League in all the Triple Crown categories. And it's going to be very interesting to see if the Yankees are actually going to pony up and pay him for a few more years, or if he's going to go to free agency, and what other teams are going to value in Aaron Judge. But the exciting thing is the fact that this man is on his way to setting a record. I broke down some numbers. He has, as far as plate appearances go, he hits a home run in every 10.6 plate appearances this season. He's got over 600 plate appearances, and he's hitting a home run just about every 10th at-bat, every 10th plate appearance. So if we factor in about 4 more plate appearances per game at 14 games, that puts him roughly at about 5 more home runs this season, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's 65 home runs. It would be awesome if he could average about 1 per game and break Bonds' record, but that's out of the realm of possibility, so I don't even want to entertain that thought. But we're going to project him at about 65 home runs, which is what the numbers say, and it's going to be very interesting to watch him break this record, specifically against the Boston Red Sox at Yankee Stadium. I watched the game last night with the Yankees and the Pirates, and the Yankees rallied in the 8th to get Judge another at-bat, and Yankee Stadium was electric. And then a 4-pitch walk happened. But you could just see in Judge, there's something different about the way that he approaches the plate, because there was no chasing balls. There were some that were borderline close, but he was going to get his pitch and he was going to hit that pitch, and it was awesome to see. I'm rooting for him and Albert coming down the stretch with just about 14, 15 games left for both of them is going to be a very fun end of the season, not to mention the playoff races that are going on, where some of my predictions from a few weeks ago are not coming to fruition, but that's okay.